Try not to get scared. Scariest stories. I wasn't scared of anything. That was until I met the scary man. The scary man wasn't scared of anything. That was until he met Larry.
I think there's a faith in Scary Man's. See that?
I saw that. Gee,
It's
now
like,
what
it's
is
like a smiling face, no?
oh, shit, dude? He's like waiting for you.
Dude, there's a lot more videos that I haven't downloaded.
Oh no! Well, TikTok's alive, so
TikTok's back alive.
Take your time, bro.
We are, cabrones.
We are still here. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Domingazos. Actually on a Domingo again. Wow, we're like batting 100 or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. Anyway, but I am your Rumble host with your happy, hairy heart on. Of course, armed and organized, the working class, ladies and gentlemen. Who is on with me tonight?
This is Oliver Liarce, codename OD656. Que tranza jóvenes.
Now I'm Julius Freeman, writer and creator of Ghetto Dragon, Vigilant Fury, and Reset Protocol. ¿Qué onda, compas?
That's right. That's right. We are back once again, all these gentlemen here to talk what we love, and that is the passion of making comics and pop culture and all other good stuff as well. It's been another week, man. Like, good God, like we're in February now, so who knows what February has in store? But
no, it's not February. It's January 33.
It's January 33rd. So it's January 33rd today, because January just won't let us go and stuff. So it's just one of them crazy things. But just really quickly want to send some prayers and love to all the people that are affected by the plane crashes that have been happening this past week. That really fucking sucks, man. Like
so fucking crazy.
Plane crashes?
So crazy.
It's been like 3 plane crashes in a row. I won't get into the details. I don't want to talk about that dumb boat.
It's all over the news. It's all over the news, bro.
I just know about the Black Hawk helicopter crashing.
Dude, that one was a tragedy for sure.
That one was bad, dude.
Isn't all this shit avoidable? Pendejadas?
Don't get me started, Oli. Don't get me started, man. We already had our talk in the green room, yeah.
By the way, Eric, we're 15 minutes late because Ray had to vent certain things before going live. So I apologize for that.
I won't lose off my handle, Oli. But yes, it can be avoided. Yes, it can.
También tú.
Well, I mean, because we have the FAA. That's what the FAA is for.
Yeah, exacto.
And then all of a sudden they started firing everybody from the FAA. For what reason? I don't know. But yeah, so it could have been avoided. But here we are, and then we gotta work through it. You see how fucking hard it is to bite my tongue? Good God. Whoo! Okay. Anyway, but Eric, don't worry. We're shipping your order very, very soon. Probably like tomorrow, hopefully. There it is. Yeah. When is the Border Mayhem comic about today shipping?
I hope you read the description, Eric, because it's in Spanish. So I'm giving you a heads up. Thank you for your business.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's in Spanish, guys. So
and once again, because of your business, I am throwing in some freebies. So get ready for that, man.
Oh shit! That's the cherry on top of this shit.
Yeah, you're gonna get a few extra things that I'm gonna include. The first few people that buy stuff from our shop, man, they're getting the good stuff. Hail 656 Comics and Mega Arts. Thank you so much for joining us, man. Crazy El Grincho. Hey, mijos. Yes, the Grincho. Good to see him. I haven't seen that guy in a minute, bro. Like,
yeah, it's been a while. Actually.
In person, Ray,
in person? He showed up at the Confront, so I saw him there.
Yeah,
but that was about it, man. Like, fucking crazy. Some person. El Grincho, Ray, Julius, Oliver. Thank you, sir. Ray had to vent. We get it. He doesn't want to fart on stream. Yeah, trust me. There was a lot of mouth, like crap coming out of me, whatever you want to call it.
It was farting through his mouth.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Burping with.
I read Spanish
with Google Translate. I mean, I don't consider it like very difficult Spanish, the Border Mayhem.
I mean, you can follow the story through the panels really, really easily. So
it's a very we don't use those big words, those big Mexican words.
Yeah, there you go. And the story moves really nicely and really fast. So you're in it. So right away.
There's a chapter. It's all putazos. That means fight.
That means fight. Putazos. Puros putazos, señor.
Puros putazos, dude.
Híjole, man. Like, fucking A. So what else? What else has been going on, guys? You know, it's been a very long week. Feels like a month, actually.
Dude.
But what's been going on in your neck of the woods? What's been happening? How are you guys doing in California, man? How is all the fucking desolation that happened, man? The devastation. Is everyone like recuperating? What's going on with that?
I mean, honestly, man, like I don't know because I haven't been really paying attention to all that's going on. But when I did peek in, I guess apparently there's a lot of California is there's a lot of red tape here.
Yeah.
So it's tough to get through things because it's like a very heavy permit giving state. So you have to go through all sorts of loops and layers to get something done in the state when you file something. So I've been hearing that a lot of people have not been allowed back to their property.
Oh wow.
Because again, it has something to do with miscommunication. Apparently there's a lot of miscommunication between local and state officials and so there's a lot of Californians who literally are like stranded because they can't go back to their property to find out what the damage was.
Is there like, I mean, is it the fires are pretty much done, but a lot of people are homeless? Yeah, that's what Julius is saying.
Yeah. The fires are done because it rained a few days here last week, so that pretty much shut it all down. Thankfully, it extinguished the fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, now we're dealing with the aftermath, and which is apparently a lot of people are not happy right now. Yeah, like Eric just said, a lot of people are homeless. They really don't have any place to go. Insurance canceled their fire insurance like a few weeks before the fires, which is fucking crazy.
What the hell?
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's very unfortunate that that's going on right now in that area, because people misconstrue that it's just all like rich Hollywood types, but in reality that's not all that's been affected. It's middle class and lower class too. People who inherited the house, those houses up there, from like their parents who moved there in the 70s. Those people. I'm talking about those people. So yeah, right now it's tough, man. California, in that area anyway. But other than that, I mean, it's business as usual, dude. Here in this part of the world.
Really? Eric's asking, where are you from, Julius?
Oh, I'm Orange County.
The OC.
Yeah,
the OC.
Did you ever see that show, Julius? The OC?
No.
The way he says it, no.
Dude, because I was like, that's not the fucking OC. Laguna Niguel is not the fucking OC. Like if you want to make a show about the OC, then make it about the entirety of Orange County, people who live in different cities in Orange County. That would have been more interesting for me, but it was just about Laguna Beach, like that area over there.
Is that like the higher end part of town or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, it kind of is, but it's better than there's a lot of beaches here, obviously, right? There's Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, Sunset Beach, and all sorts of beach, Balboa, and some are a bit more like uppity. They kind of look
uppity.
Yeah, it can be, Eric. I won't disagree with you there.
That's the part where Julius lives.
But Laguna Beach I consider to be the nicer one in terms of the people who live there. If that makes sense. So
I'm not gonna lie, I did see that show like for a bit.
You watched the OC, really?
Like the first season, I think.
Oh, you're just curious?
Yeah, I mean, because that was on TV. I mean,
right, yeah.
I'll watch it.
Okay, I see. But no, yeah. So Newport Beach, those are your rich, really wealthy, well-off, types, and they always kind of look down on you. They always kind of make you feel unwelcome when you're there hanging out at the beach. But Laguna Beach, dude, is the same thing. A lot of high-end people with money, but very welcoming though. That's why I always like going to Laguna Beach. It was like, hell, when I walk down the street, but hello, hey, how's it going?
Is this true, Julius? Cool. Is this true?
What?
Order Ghetto Dragon now, and all proceeds will go to the California Fire Restoration Fund.
No, dude, what? Freddie,
no,
Freddie, don't make that. No, don't make such claims, man. I should have done that. Thinking about it, but no, I didn't think
that dragon fighting fire, dude. Like
fighting fire.
Oh my gosh, fighting a fire demon.
Like part of his training, he fights like trees on fire and shit. No?
Punching fire,
or he fights the arsonist gang.
There you go.
No, that's crazy. But no, yeah, it's I like Laguna Beach.
Well, they say most of the beach communities out here in Cali are terrible right now, especially in LA County. It is full of homeless.
Oh, dude, man! Last time I went to Venice Beach, and I used to love going to Venice Beach. It was such a cool place to go to, bro. Talk about depressing, man. Like just. It's very it's not very appealing to go there anymore.
Well, it's even worse now, probably, because
way worse. Julius needs to pay rent before rebuilding. Oh yeah, dude, that's for sure. Some person. I got my own rent. I got my own bills to worry about.
I got rent. I got
my own fire. I got my own fire to put out.
Yeah,
Santa Monica is probably the worst of them all. And
Santa Monica is pretty bad right now, dude.
Isn't that crazy? The place where the Lost Boys takes place? Santa Monica?
No,
it's a fictional place. Santa Clara.
No, bro, isn't that where they based it from? Santa Monica? Or Santa?
I think they shot it there. Yeah.
Or Santa.
Let's go to our fact checker.
I think it is Santa Monica. I think they shot it there.
See.
But the city is the actual city that they moved to is a fictional city. There's not a city named that.
I thought it was a real place.
No, it's not a real place. It was the murder capital of the world. Remember?
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid and I watched that movie. And I asked my dad, "Is that true, Dad?" He said, "There's no such thing as a city like that."
Shut up, Julius. You don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up. Watch the movie.
Shut up. Oh no.
Get smacked over the head. Shut up.
Chingao, man.
Déjame ver la película, chingado.
Yeah.
Who let you out of your room? Get out of here.
Check out the Benadryl.
Fuck, man, like it's just insane, dude. I saw that fucking Nirvana got back together to do the benefit concert that they're having for LA for the fucking area.
Oh, that already happened, dude. I think that happened on Thursday or something.
Yeah. I saw the videos on YouTube. It was Chris Novoselic, Dave Grohl, Pat Smear, and then they had a bunch of women guests filling in as singers. They started off with Saint Vincent or something. And then Joan Jett came out, fucking Kim Gordon. I was like, holy shit, fucking Kim Gordon came out. Like, dude, that was impressive. And then at the end, they ended with Grohl's daughter, Violet Grohl. It was intense, man. It was pretty cool, though.
Cool.
So I just wanted to throw that out there.
How much money did they raise, or
I'm not sure.
Or no, or they didn't say.
They didn't.
I don't think anybody cares.
Anybody cares,
dude. You know the biggest secret regarding these like shows, which is why I don't watch them or support them anymore, is those celebrities pocket the money, like the money. They don't do it for free. They say they do it for free for the sake of PR, but in reality, they don't do that shit for free, bro. They get paid to be there.
$25 you there, Eric.
Chingo.
They could buy a book from us for that price.
Shit.
I remember. I don't know if you guys hear what like goes around here, like in terms of fundraising. El Teletón, dude. That's like a big, like the ¿cómo se llama? St. Jude.
Like the Jerry Lewis,
exacto, like that, kind of like that Jerry Lewis thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a big scandal that they found out that the donations they don't donate them immediately because they want to build off the interest or some shit like that. So
really,
damn.
Yeah. So it's not like an immediate deposit.
How did they get caught? How did they get caught doing that?
I don't know the full story, but there was a lot of like people speculating and shit talking all these celebrities, and then shit got real when Eugenio Derbez. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a comedian.
Mhm.
He did a few Adam Sandler movies.
Oh, really? Oh, Al Revés. Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
same way, and he went on stage and started scolding everybody. Like,
Really?
why you're not donating? You think we're pocketing that money? Shame on you and shit like that. Oh my god, I was like,
And it ended up being the truth. Yeah, they did pocket the money.
and that's when the shit just hit the fan. Like in terms of people actually donating that to that organization, and yeah, and I don't think they ever done a show again, a fundraiser again.
And
Well,
what originally were they funding for?
It's
What was it
I
for?
think it's like a St. Jude's hospital, like
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
kids hospital.
baby.
Yeah.
Love you.
Jeez, the kids' hospital is even worse, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean they got caught in something, or I mean it's never been confirmed, or there's a lot of speculation, but a lot of celebrities got like ticked off because they were accused of pocketing money and shit like that, and it's funny. It's really funny.
Damn, dude. Ya ni el señor, ¿cómo se llama ese señor de 44? ¿Cómo se llama?
Cavada?
Ya ni el señor Cavada. ¿Qué pues, bro? Like,
I mean, there's rumors about that too. Ray.
aunque sea ese señor les da su bolsa de pinches lonches o whatever. Aquí tiene, señora, tiene su Ariel. Lleve
I
su
mean,
Ariel.
I heard people like saying, also like theorizing that, because that Julius, that was a show like in every Sunday morning, no, Ray?
Yeah.
Or when was it?
Casos de la vida real or some shit like that.
No, entrevistas se llamaba.
Yeah, there you
Interviews.
go. Entrevistas.
Interviews. Yeah.
Dude, this show, Julius,
Yeah.
just explain it to him, Molly.
No, tú dilo. I want your take on this.
So like they would open up the I guess it was like the TV studio, right? And they had like the dregs of society there, pobrecitos, man. Like everybody that needed help, they would like go, like las abuelas, las tías, you know, like todos los jorobados, like
They would need
everybody
money for operations,
Yeah.
or deformities, and
yes, dude. It was like
Yeah.
like honestly, like before Jerry Springer, this guy was doing it, but on the low. You know what I mean? Like he would parade these
gosh.
people. He would parade these people in front of the camera in order for them to like, I don't get their like 5-10 minutes of fame, so they could ask for like handouts, ask for them to like, oh, well, he needs, mira este jorobado, tiene una joroba, pobrecito, ayúdenle, anden, no sean malos, denle dinero para que se le quite la joroba, and aquí tiene su paquete de Ariel, vámonos. And they completely like they just continued doing it like for like 2 hours straight. It was just a parade, and there was rumors that this guy was getting the money that people were sending in to his people, because they would never give like those people's like information. It was always send it to the studio. So there was rumors that the guy was pocketing everything and not giving these poor people the funds that they needed in order to cure their illnesses or to help them out if they were destitute and shit. It was fucking horrible.
Yeah, they would go back to the studio. Hey, so how much did we gain? And people would be, no, pues they only sent like $20.
Te lo mando mañana.
Yeah, tomorrow. But yeah,
Oh,
but
God.
no, but people would actually like donate like to help the cause, right?
Oh yeah, of course, dude.
And then
I mean-
they would pocket the money. Everybody pockets.
Gosh, that's terrible, man. Wow,
Suck.
that's terrible. Jeez.
Pinche Freddy. Oh shit. Like the way Julius pockets the
Oh shit! Oh my god! What the fuck?
All right, hey guys, I gotta go. Now. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Bye.
We're gonna see
like the hawk tool girl.
We're gonna see Julius
The hot twat girl. What the
Yeah, remember when they called her on her cryptocurrency, and then like she had like a space on X or I forget where, and then she's like, "All right, guys, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye." And she
What
never
the
heard from again.
What's the term? There's a term, no? When they like bait and switch the
swindlers. Hey.
No. There's another term.
Oh,
Frauds.
Sí, pero it relates to the Bitcoin shit.
A charlatan. Oh, the Bitcoin thing. I'm not
A
sure.
ver,
man.
déjame busco. There is a word.
I don't even know, dude. I don't know what you mean. Like a
Haktua.
I'm actually writing that on Google.
You're looking it up and shit. Like, how do you spell
Bitcoin
Haktua?
scam. But yeah, no, people like some Bitcoiners like got to her. Hey, let's do this shit.
That's
some
crazy.
scammers got to her and pretty
Yeah,
much
it sucks.
either tricked her into doing it or she's in on it and collected the cash and bounced because I guess she hadn't done her podcast since then.
Yeah,
I heard that she had gotten a show, like a fucking reality show, also out of it, didn't she? Something like that.
Bro, from what I heard, dude, right now she's MIA. She hasn't shown her face.
No, take the money and run, kind of thing, huh?
I think so. Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Fuck,
I
man.
don't. No sé,
What, a
güey.
swindler? You talking about a swindler or?
But it's based off the cryptocurrency, like vernacular language or whatever.
It's a rug pull. I don't see something like that. I'm trying to find the.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know, bro. I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
tampoco. Because when I heard that story, they would keep using that phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Pero no,
Oh.
no me acuerdo. I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, dude, really, guys? That's the problem with making like dumb people famous, no?
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit of both. It goes both ways. So the dumb person, gets famous, fine. That's a given. That happens everywhere, right? You do something and you just never know with these things, right? It blows up. It's when you fall for it. It's kind of like, well, pues es tu culpa, way. I mean, I don't know why would you even fucking think about giving her money for a damn cryptocurrency? And I know why. It's because people are greedy and they want instant cash. And it's like, dude, that's not how life works, man. Like you could get lucky, but when you have someone who has no idea what they're doing, why are you gonna give them all your life savings, bro, for like something that's not even a guarantee?
That's crazy, dude.
And even when cryptocurrency was brand new back in 2008, 9, when it was starting out, that was not a guarantee either. But people, they stuck with it and they got lucky. They got lucky. They stuck with it. And I do remember hearing about Bitcoin like in 2009 or 10, I forget, something like that. And I remember someone did tell me, like, dude, you should put in some money there. Like, maybe you'll get lucky. I was like, why? Dude, what the hell? What is that? Not like a bunch of zeros and ones? I'm not gonna do that. And then sure enough, people got rich off of it because they pumped a bunch of money into it. And they got, I think it was a little bit of luck with that. And now people are trying to like jump on the bandwagon and do their own cryptocurrency. But in reality, it's like, well, Bitcoin was the first one to do it, and that's why they got lucky. It's kind of like Netflix, right? Netflix was the first to do the streaming. That's why they're number one, because they're the first ones to do it.
Yeah.
And they know how to do it because they're the ones who figured out, okay, well, this is not working for us, so let's just fix it here. And then they got better and better, and then they got to the point where they're like far ahead, dude, before anyone else jumped in the game.
And whatever happened to all that fucking shit that they were doing a few years ago with the art, with the fucking
that fucking
NFT stuff.
It crashed. It crashed and burned.
That shit was crazy, dude. Like,
it crashed and burned because it was like, it made no sense. It made no sense unless you were being swindled. That it was a pyramid scheme.
That one was a pyramid scheme from hell. Man.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, at this point, guys, like, I get it. It's new, it's fresh, but dude, you don't pump all your life savings into these things. Man. Like, dip your toes in them, see if it works out for you first before you decide to go all in.
Remember when Javi was going crazy because of the Robin Hood thing that they
right, yeah, with the GameStop
for GameStop. Remember that?
Oh yeah, Simón.
And Javi was all like, "I'm going to invest in this.
I'm going to buy stocks in GameStop."
No, Ray, it's not going to go down in flames. Okay, it's going to work.
I remember. Remind me again. Did it go down in flames?
Man, I don't even know. I don't even know if any of those apps still exist, like the Robinhood thing and all that other shit. but they got wise. I think they got wise because they started figuring out how to be able to like not be controlled by, I guess, the algorithms or some shit. I'm not sure. So you don't hear about that anymore.
They actually made a movie about that.
That's right. There was a fucking movie about it.
Yeah, Seth Rogen's in it and Paul Dano.
I never watched it. I wanted to see it. I never watched it.
Is that your Seth Rogen laugh, Oli?
Yeah, that was Oli laughing like Seth Rogen right there.
Well, speaking of things, going down in flames. I mean, what do you guys think about Diamond and what they announced this past week?
Diamond.
Diamond
in the rough. See what I did there?
Your next talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Diamond in the rough.
If you guys have not been paying attention, if you just listen to us because we like say a bunch of stupid shit, Diamond Previews, which is the number one distributor of comics more or less across the world, is going down in flames. They filed for Chapter 11. And right now they're not doing very well. And let me read this. A new report now suggests that the company may be shutting its doors for good sooner than expected. As reported by the Baltimore Banner, Diamond Comics distributors facing the possibility of layoffs and the closure of its Hunt Valley headquarters if it fails to find a buyer by April 1st. So the company revealed in a federally mandated notification to the Maryland Department of Labor this week that if the sale effort proves fruitless, it would cease operations, close its main office, and lay off about 168 employees. So what does that mean to the industry? 6x6, you're going to have to be the next Diamond. We would get the job done because we don't care about fucking like drama and shit. We'd have to we'd actually do the work. But it means that right now, like we were talking in the green room, Marvel, DC, Image, and I believe Dark Horse, they're covered. They're good because they jumped ship during COVID and they went with other distributors.
Mad Cave also is going to Lunar.
Yeah, Mad Cave also jumped. Yeah.
They all went to Lunar or Random House. So those are the publishers, or rather the distributors right now that are taking care of those major companies. The indies, however, are SOL because they were primarily what Diamond was working with.
Right.
So all these indie publishers right now are either like, dude, they're scrambling. They have to be scrambling because they're not going to get their books into shops any longer if Diamond goes down in flames. This will affect the smaller I die creators. What? An LCC?
Indie creators.
Oh, indie creator, I die. And that's exactly it, Eric. It's true. It's going to affect the smaller publishers. It's going to affect all of the indie publishers. Everyone's going to turn to different ways to try and get their books out. Of course, they're going to inundate the crowdfunding platforms. They're going to try and just get out there and sell their stuff. They're going to go digital, maybe. It's every man for himself right now. That's what it feels like. It's like you see the iceberg coming. I think Image was still with Diamond. Yes, some of the Image book were still with Diamond, but they're with Lunar now. So they're going to go with them full time. I think Diamond was getting rid of a lot of the backstock that Image had. So that's how they could get the books. But it's like the fucking scene in Titanic, man. You see the iceberg coming and there's nothing you can do, and it's every man for themselves. And once that shit hits, it's done.
How much money does Diamond owe?
I sent you that one thing. I don't know if you remember.
See,
I heard it's in the millions, dude.
That's because they owe Hasbro like $1 million, no?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it real quick because I know
and then on top of that, Hasbro's gonna stop making toys.
Oh, we'll get into that right now, dude. That shit's fucking. I don't know, man. That shit's insane. Let me see.
Well, while you're doing that, I spoke to my to the employees at the LCS that I go to, and they told me that they're not going to be affected as much because they're obviously like I'm sure like every store in the country, their major the books that they sell the most are the Marvel, DC, and Image books, and since they're still getting them no problems. With the exception of the few hiccups that happened, the past year with Diamond, and I remember G.I. Joe was late a few times. Yeah, and I remember thinking I thought it was foolishly. I thought it was because of Skybound messing up, but then I realized, oh wait a minute, no, it was Diamond that messed that up because they're the ones in charge of sending the books out, and so Yeah, they what did Ben say? The Miles CS told Distillery if they switch distributors, he would continue to buy their books, but Distillery said they're sticking with Diamond. Oh wow,
Really?
that's
Oh,
bold right
shit.
there. Wow.
That's ballsy, man. I
Yeah.
found it real quick. Having a big player in the comic and game industry for years, this is someone talking about what's going on with Diamond. Diamond Comics just has filed a voluntary petition for relief under Chapter 11. In other words, bankruptcy. Diamond has managed to accrue upwards of $50 million in debts, including over 1,900,000 to Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast, respectively, and is now unable to continue operations normal.
How much for us is there?
How much for what?
How much money is there for us?
No shit, dude. Like
For Cryptidnals that never mind.
fucking shit, man. Oh man, bro, that's like that's a lot of change, bro.
How can you not pay? I mean, qué pedo?
And the thing is it's interesting because I'm connecting the dots, right? And I was listening to the Liefeld interviews, the past two Liefeld interviews. Of course, you guys are particular about your Liefeld stories, but he was talking to Kirkman.
Yeah.
About. Did you listen to the whole thing?
That was a cool one.
It was really good. It was very, very fucking informative, man. Like crazy. Like a lot of stuff that was like, holy shit. And Kirkman is on the ball as far as the stuff that's going on and how to, run a comic book company. And the whole Hasbro thing, as far as the Transformers stuff, that's what I'm curious as to how this is going to affect those books, G.I. Joe, Transformers, the stuff that he has going on with Void Rivals. How is that going to affect it if Hasbro decides, you know what, fuck it, we're shutting down operations, we're not going to do toys anymore, and just sell off their IPs because these fuckers owe us money? I don't know how that's happening or how that's working, but everything seems to be connected.
Maybe this is an opportunity for Kirkman to get into the toy making business.
No shit, dude. Like, I mean, he has McFarlane in his back pocket. He can just turn around and say, like,
hey man, let's do the Energon toys.
Yeah, let's do the Energon toy. Let's do imagine, like, the ones that you bought at Ross where they're crossing over with Transformers and G.I. Joe. Simon. Imagine those toys being done by McFarlane instead.
Simon.
That would fucking that would rule, man. Like right there. So it's interesting to see how things are shaping.
I mean, up. Who else has the Hasbro license? The G.I. Joe Transformers.
IDW has the
license.
And the toy.
Toy?
Yeah.
I thought Hasbro was the maker and distributor of
Super 7 does Transformers and
Super 7 has some of the toy licenses. They're the only ones that have put out other than Hasbro. And McFarlane did, I think, like a test run with those comic book 2-packs with the figures also. So maybe that was a dry run. Maybe they're testing the waters to see how he can produce the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, imagine Star Wars being done by a different company. Imagine Star Wars being done by Jax Pacific. Like they did Fortnite.
Timon.
That would fucking be badass, man. Like that would be really cool because they would actually give us something worth us buying it. They were doing the Fortnite figures for $10 a pop. The 3 and 7, 3.7.
Very cheap. And they look really cool.
And they were cool. And the articulation on them was fucking imaginative and it was good, man. So if they can pull that off and Hasbro sees that, I mean, who's to know? They're just giving them license and stuff. Right now, what is Jax producing? They're producing like the squid. What is it? Skibbity toilet shit or something?
Who's doing the Mega Man and the Street Fighter toys?
That is, oh my god! I have that. I have the werewolf from Altered Beast.
Altered Beast.
The dragon's coming out too. But I'm not sure who's doing that one. It's
because those figures, the Mega Man's want to get those, and they look really badass. But I haven't had a chance, and they're $15 a pop. So
they're cheap, man. They're really good.
Expensive. I mean, you could buy the whole series.
Some person says, I noticed on some Adam Savage videos that Hasbro has a more expensive line of toys, things like a fully functioning ghost trap from Ghostbusters. I think I have that.
That's a HasLab thing, no?
Yes, the HasLab thing. There's no new announcements from HasLab. The last round of announcements was last month. Hey, what's up, Zay? Good to see you.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us today. And Phil Estem. So yeah, man, like what is up with that, dude? Like, it's just a lot of speculation as to where the market is going. Things are changing drastically. It's only been a freaking month. Holy God.
33rd.
It's the 33rd day of January.
Well, I think this is a culmination of all things that were already happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Sí, wait.
And now it's coming to light because it finally came to a head, you know. Because usually things like this always are kept in secret for the sake of trying to recoup the losses you're gonna have. So it's gonna be interesting, man. What's gonna happen after Hasbro closes its doors on making toys? I think from what I read, they want to be a purely IP, like an IP farm.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably gonna do more cartoons, more movies.
They probably want to license out things, no?
Yeah,
and probably do that too. Yeah, like for the toys. So they're probably gonna find someone else to make the toys, and it could be the issue with that. Well, not the issue with that, but they're probably gonna find some kind of industrial company that's just gonna like get the big contract and make the toys. Like
they're gonna get Master Mold to do all the toys.
They should get Valaverse to do the 12-inch GI Joes. I mean the 8-inch GI Joes. Because Valaverse is producing some really cool stuff, man. Like even maybe like the 3.75.
We'll see. I think there's going to be a bidding war soon regarding who's going to get that contract from Hasbro, from these companies. These molding companies are going to want to jump in and like get that big, nice, fat contract.
Bid.
Bid.
So tell me about your base of operations. Well, I have a garage, you know. So.
I don't have light right now because I haven't paid the light bill, but you know, once we get light, we'll be able to see it.
I have some modeling clay, super glue.
Yeah, you know, so what's your team like? Well, right now I'm a one-man team, so I think that's a benefit.
I got old G.I. Joe that I could make figures.
Yeah, you know, I can customize stuff for you. You know what? Just let me get my stuff out of pawn because I have it in pawn right now, and then we'll go from there.
I have a few. I have a few Joes there, here and there.
Some examples and shit. And, you know,
I had a bag of O-rings. That's gonna be very helpful. Good night, Eric. Take it easy.
Good night, Eric. Thanks for showing up.
Us, Eric. We'll send you off your shipment very, very soon. Speaking of O-rings, did you see the Super 7 O-ring figures for the Joes?
They're pretty
they
cool,
look good, and they're doing figures that we've never had before, like the fucking cuddly bears that turn into giant monsters, and that one like He-Man type.
The Conan, no, the Conan guy.
The Conan guy. Like they've got some. You know what I want? I want a set of the dead Joes from that episode where Clutch goes into the alternate reality and he finds all the Joes are dead.
Yeah,
that would be fucking cool, man. That playset would be fucking cool. So hopefully, you never know. Some person says, "Well, I got a desk with fuck carved on it several hundred times. It's still a good desk."
It's sturdy wood. It's sturdy wood.
But I want to speak on what some person said about, you know, when something's falling, there's something else rising. I think that's very true. I know there's a lot of pessimistic types out there who pretty much are doomsayers, right? They're going to like, oh, that's it, it's over. But I think it's a grand opportunity for a lot of indie creators to finally step up their game and see who really can sell their product and who really can maintain a readership, because that's the key. One of my biggest gripes with the crowdfunding scene when it hit its peak back in 2016, 15 or so, when it started, was that, you know, the question was, okay, can you retain your readership with your indie book? And a lot of creators have retained their readership, and not only that, but gained some with the next campaign. Mm-hmm. But I noticed that a lot of other smaller ones couldn't retain it because they sold it to peers as opposed to readers.
Yeah,
keep talking.
And you know, comic book readers, for the most part, I mean, yeah, they back crowdfunding campaigns, but I think for the most part they prefer getting their books every month. You know, that's like we're kind of conditioned to do that, right? I got an issue. Okay, well, next month I'm gonna come back and get the next one.
That's the thing that I was hearing about lately in podcasts, that then if the whole Pinchy Diamond goes under and there's no floppies and now what the fucking paper thing, no, the tariffs, they were speculating that maybe trades is gonna be the way to go, and people were saying, I don't think so because there's no speculation around trades, no, or
See, and
cover, or different
and
covers and all that.
and that's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
It's like then why then you're not reading comic books then? You're just
Yeah.
collecting them.
Exacto.
So
Yeah.
so I think the key for a lot of us writers and you know what, yeah, writers and creators, you know, because artists also can be writers as well, are going to have to just write stories that are going to get readers excited
Exacto.
to read your stuff.
Mhm.
And no gimmicks, just straight up word of mouth, and also, you know, being a good salesman for your product. And a lot of indie creators, myself included, you know, thank God for crowdfunding, because without crowdfunding, we would not have been able to produce our books. And I'm grateful for that. And that's why I think now, starting, you know, going forward, I should say,
Mhm.
crowdfunding should be used for something other than an online store. It should be used to build something. And then what I mean by build something, I mean like maybe an infrastructure for your small little, you know, one-man team, or maybe a three-man team, you know, small little company where you know, have actually a system in place that can get books out to people. And yeah, email lists are going to be huge for indie creators.
Mhm.
And you know, being in the stores would be nice, but that's going to take some work. You're going to have to go make phone calls, and maybe even attend, like, go to your shop and like talk to the owner and convince him to pick up your book.
Road trips and all that. I mean,
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And then networking is going to be huge too. So, you know, we may not have the national frontier anymore, because Diamond was the way to go if you wanted your book to be a national book in stores.
mhm.
But now, I mean, fuck, dude, why not be a regional book? Why not be someone who's like, hey, dude, I heard about this creator in
Okay, sorry about that. All right, anyway.
in the Southwest who's been, you know, stirring shit up because his book has been selling like hotcakes, man. Like, have you heard of it? You know,
that's gonna be like when the stores talk to each other, no? Like
when the stores talk to each other, like, dude, I picked up this book, man. It's this guy
Yeah.
from Northern California. He's like, dude, his book has been selling like hotcakes. You
the
should
guy
check it
from
out.
OC, man, shit.
Yeah. or El Paso, or, you know, Oklahoma. Ben's from Oklahoma, or, you know, Philadelphia, or whatever the case. You're like, we're gonna have to step up our game, in other words. And we can't rely on just even though I'm not bashing it, because they're a great tool. We can't just rely on going on live streams to fund our books. We're gonna have to rely on gaining a readership, fans of our stuff. That's why people like Brian Pulido is killing it right now in the crowdfunding game, because his fans. His fans of his always back his stuff.
Speaking of Brian, I don't know if Easy told you about Pulido's plans. I don't know if it's public information, right?
Well, I sent you that information that he sent me about him trying to start something up.
But can we mention it or no? Or it's like confidential?
I don't think it's confidential. I mean, it's just something that he was telling me. I mean, it's a conversation that we had. So go ahead.
Everything that's about to be said is alleged, for the record.
Allegedly. But, rumors like out there say that Pulido's gonna build his own distribution with Coffin Comics. So that's,
well, you know,
that guy said, dude, it doesn't need
yeah. I mean, isn't that what supposedly Ripasim was supposed to be? Kind of.
Hey, Brian, good to see you, Brian.
Hey, what's up, Brian?
I'm currently coloring your shit right now, Brian. So hold on.
Nice.
Hold on.
So from what I heard, Ripa was is talking to people about, you know, starting his own distribution system, that stuff. The Pulido thing, of course, we just heard about that too. That he's, you know, very interested in doing his own distribution as well. So there are going to be a lot of, I guess, people or companies vying for that spot now, because, you know, they see Diamond toppling, so they want to take that piece.
Is Pulido going to do his own books for distribution, or he's gonna like
I think
accept
it's
other books to
I think it's
be
just for
distributed.
him. I think it's just for him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I told Easy, the owner of Comics Addict, to reach out to him and tell him, hey man, my shop is there for you guys. So like make us contactos, no? Make
Yeah.
relationships and shit like that.
And that's something that's very important, and something that we've been talking about for a very long time. Of course, Julius is always talking about it as well. Make those relationships with your local comic book stores because
Yeah.
they are the ones. You know what? You know what fascinates me, man? Like, there's fucking plenty of blood in the water right now. People are freaking out. Distributors, mom and pops, brick and mortar stores are closing down. People are switching gears, trying to survive, but none of the fucking talent in the industry is coming out to quell any fears, and that's because it's a double-edged sword, right? Because they're set, right? Because Marvel has their own distribution,
Yeah.
their own distribution. But in order to keep the industry healthy, I would think that somebody should come out and be like, "Hey, man, like comics are here; they're not going anywhere. Don't worry, man. It's like a hiccup or something. Like just quell our fears in a way."
You know why? Because they're dependent on that system.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of writers from Marvel and DC and Image and all those guys, well, maybe with the exception of Image, they don't want to do the heavy legwork. They rely on the publishers to do it for them. Well, like I said, but with the exception of Image, because I think when Image picks up your book, you have to do the legwork. You have to make the phone calls. You have to sell your book to the shops.
Yeah.
So there's that. So I guess that's the exception. But Marvel and DC, they do all that stuff for you. And that's why a lot of creators who jump ship to Image, they've discovered how tough it is to really like put yourself out there on a national level. And it's also going to have to take a sharp business acumen as well.
Yeah.
Being the creative part is something obviously that we all have to master in order for us to create a story that's compelling enough for the readers to want to pick up and want more of. But there's the other factor at play here, which is the marketing and promoting of your book.
Publishers, or comic book creators, indie comic book creators are going to have to wear very many hats.
Yeah.
Some of them are not equipped to do that. Some creators are very, they're not extroverts, they're introverts. It's difficult to talk to people. They just want to express themselves. So
that's not a problem for us, dude.
Well, I know it's not a problem for us, because I just won't shut the hell up. So that's covered. But other creators, other guys that are out there, they just want to do their book, man. They don't want to bother anybody. They want to do their book and get it out as many people as they can to express themselves, so they can see the passion that they have for the medium. And those are the ones that are going to suffer the most, I think, because their voices will be lost.
Yeah, a lot will be lost. That's why you have to if you are an introvert, attach yourself with an extrovert. Find someone who's an extrovert who believes in your work. Maybe your friends, maybe you met in some kind of networking socials at a con or at your college campus, whatever, and latch out to that person and hopefully they can help you guys can help each other out. That's going to be the key.
Brian says established creators could do a massive solid if they went to their LCS and said, "Hey, you've got my books here. Let me sign them all for you and sell them for whatever." Yeah, we've been talking about that forever also, Brian, and it's not happening. It's not happening. The only one I think does that is Liefeld, but he does it for his buddy that owns a brick and mortar store because he's known each other for a long time. But
he does it for some other stores too, sometimes, not all the time. But he also does it on his own, like I guess he does it on the Whatnot app.
Yeah, the Whatnot, the auction service.
And you know who else does that too? And he lives in OC is oh gosh.
All right.
No, he wrote oh gosh. He's oh god, he's the famous writer from the 80s.
Jesus, that's
I need a little more than that, sir.
Not Jerry Conway.
Jerry Ordway?
No. I think he wrote Marv Wolfman, I think it is.
Marv Wolfman lives in the OC. He is
I think.
Has he passed away or is he still around? I'm not sure.
It's someone who is it's at that level. He lives in OC. He comes in to the shop, the shop that I go to. I could be mistaken. It may not be Marv Wolfman. I'll DM you guys because Kyle is the one who told me this.
It's just a guy up from the street.
This dude.
No, it actually is. It actually is a famous, writer from the '80s who worked for Marvel and DC.
Mm.
A writer, and so
Neil Gaiman.
no,
No,
Neil Gaiman.
no, not Neil Gaiman.
I think it's Marv Wolfman. I think.
Pinche Neil Gaiman grooming Kyle.
Well, whatever the case, he comes into the shop and he always tells them, "Hey, you guys have any reprints of my books?" And they're like, "Yeah, we actually got some for." Okay, let me sign a few.
Alan Moore.
No, it's not Alan Moore.
It's fucking shit. No, please don't speak of myself like that, please. I'm far too busy making graphic comic books.
Who was the writer for Infinity Gauntlet?
Oh, that was Starlin, dude. Jim Starlin.
Okay, no, it's not Jim Starlin. I think it's Marv Wolfman, dude. I want to say it's Marv Wolfman.
The Wolfman.
The Wolfman.
Yeah. But yeah, he signs the books and says, "Okay, I'll just sign." He just signs random books and he leaves them there, and whoever buys them.
Interesting. And this is at your local comic book store?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen him when he goes in? Or?
No. I guess he only comes like in the early afternoons.
It's an urban legend.
Yeah.
Richie Kyle. Oh, yeah, I saw him, man.
I saw Marv Wolfman. He was there.
I was like drunk and shit, but it was there.
Pobre.
But yeah, but going back to your point, yeah, you're right. It's gonna have to be a lot of that, where not just the big professionals, but also the indie creators too. Like, it's time for us to cultivate the culture again. Recultivate the culture and make things interesting and fun for young people. Maybe because everyone likes a party, right? Everyone likes an event. Yeah. So when you're a reader and you're not accustomed to signings, you're not accustomed to events at the comic shop, and you show up one day because you just, I want to go to the comic shop, and you find yourself like, whoa, what's going on today? It makes it fun. It makes it interesting.
Dude, I miss those days of 24-hour comic. I miss those days, man, because we did a few of those, and they were grueling first off, but they were exciting because people were like, what are these guys doing over here? And they'd show up.
Exactly.
I remember doing it at our one of the local shops here, Asylum. We did it. And we were there for 24 hours, and people would come in and come out, and like it was like people would come watch us to see what we were doing, and it was exciting for them. They'd pick up books and be like interested in what we were doing because the artists were writing, or rather, artists were drawing, the writers were writing, and we had a movie on, all this stuff. Talk to people.
You did 24-hour, right, at Asylum?
Yeah, we did 24-hour comics at Asylum, and then we did the one at your Galerías Tech.
Yeah, we did a couple over here, in Juarez.
Yeah, we did too. And Alex was there too at that one.
Yeah. And then the one you did on your own side, no, con Asylum.
Yeah, the one we did at Asylum on our own side. And the beauty of it was that we actually managed for once to get all of the comic book groups, guys that were doing books here in town, because all of them are always at odds. Everyone's always at odds. Everyone hates each other. They're stealing each other's artists, all this other craziness. Right. Talking nonsense on social media about cosplayers, and we managed to get all of them under one roof for 24 hours. Everybody got along. There was fucking kumbayas going on, and it was fucking awesome, man. We got to know each other, and we made friendships, which easily dissolved like the next week because apparently we stole artists from each other that night or whatever. But that's a whole other story. But it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful to come together as a community and share the love of comics for 24 hours like that and create something. And did you guys ever publish what we did in the galerías? Like everyone finished?
I think we did an ebook.
An ebook?
Yeah, a download, but I think it's online somewhere.
Nice. Yeah, on our side, like we managed to finish what we were working on, but not everybody finished. And then there was all these pledges of like, yes, we're going to finish it because we want to get together and do this again. And it never happened. So all that work is out there. It's never been collected. and it's kind of sad because there was a lot of good work, a lot of good ideas that night. But stuff like that, man, like you're talking about, Julius, it got to get people pumped up. Like, what is that? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Or signings, like launches, comic book
Exactly.
launches. Those
Launches.
are well.
And also, like I don't know who. I think it was some person who said newsstands. I mean, why not? Why not give it a shot? Why not make a phone call? Hey, who do you get to? Who do I talk to get my book on your newsstand? At the mall or Walgreens, wherever.
I walked. Well, first off, really quickly, the launch parties were awesome. There was one launch party that we had for Hell's Pass, and I remember we made pamphlets because it's a zombie book, and we made pamphlets like the kind that would be sprayed over the, like if an airplane was dropping pamphlets over the city. We made pamphlets and we left them at the shop for people to pick up and be like, hey, we're gonna have a launch party, and this is what to look for. But it had like the zombie, like the top 3 things to do in a zombie apocalypse kind of thing. It looked really, really cool. Remember you designed it, Oli? Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, it's like in case of emergency type flyer.
Nice.
We did that, and it went over really well. We had a lot of people for that signing. And then the second thing was we went to Hot Topic, 2 days ago, a day ago, something like that. And I'm noticing now that that's like one of the places before it closes down that we need to get into, kind of like to get away from the LCSs, to get into like you were saying, the newsstands like a Walgreens or Barnes and Noble. Hot Topic is a great place, and now that the distribution system is falling apart and everyone's on their own, those would be the contacts to get in order.
You would need to find who distributes to Hot Topic and those places.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know Diamond would distribute to them because they have a lot of Diamond exclusives in there. So it's just, you got to just follow the trail, I guess, and figure that out. But that's like a big thing right there, because that's the demographic that you want to shoot for. The guys that are and gals that are coming up, that they want something different. They want something cool. And there was tons of stuff in there that was like comic book related. There was X-Men shirts. And I hadn't been in the Hot Topic in a very long time. And, of course,
it's all manga now in video games.
The manga. And I was looking at the manga section at Barnes also, and I was like, trying to crack that code, man. Trying to figure out how.
Dude, Cryptidnals, you can easily adapt it into a manga with peladas.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to you just need to cater to that.
I was watching some of that Dan or whatever the hell it's called.
Simon.
And dude, like that. It is cool, man. So it's possible to do. You can adapt and survive. That's what needs to be done now. We have to stop complaining about stuff that didn't work and is now fading away, and adapt and overcome this bump in the road in order to survive. If you are really serious about continuing in this genre, in this medium, in this industry, then you have to adapt and survive. That's the bottom line. And like Julius has a lot of great ideas. When we talk about it in the green room, he comes up with all these great ideas as well. So, man, it's just, someone had mentioned earlier, like we need a Stan Lee, we need something like that. It's like we need a community is what we need. A community that actually works, not a community that's at odds with each other and always trying to fucking bite each other's fucking heads off or rip each other's necks out. You can make your name sound Japanese too. Harimoto Hardokata.
Nice.
I'm gonna change my name right now to that. No, that's cool. And that's the thing, man. Like, we need to continue building the community, especially through indie publishers, because we are all it's like the ship has sank and we're all grabbing onto each other on that one life raft, and we're pulling each other in, man. And if you're like unstable or you don't know what's going on or you panic and you fall back into the water, as long as you're cool, like, we'll try and get you back in, just to survive. And it sucks, dude. It fucking sucks, man. Because there's sharks in the water, bro. There's plenty of sharks in the water. So, man, I get very passionate about this type of stuff, because
that's great, man.
It
tells them that you care.
Exactly. It's something that most people don't care about anymore. They'd rather watch the whole, publishing industry just go down in flames because nobody reads books anymore, supposedly, according to people. So why even bother, man? Like, fuck. That sucks. People have that mentality. So I don't know, man. I'm just rambling now. But continuing the conversation. So what else, man? What else?
That's it. I mean, it's pretty much gonna be I'm a believer that the this new paradigm that we're facing, it's gonna be solely on us individuals. So now with the advent of social media, when you do sell your books at these comic shops or these other avenues that could potentially be available to us, we're gonna have to have our handles there. We're gonna have to have that QR code. Scan this and join and follow me. Follow me on Twitter or X. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on here or there.
Mm-hmm.
And and if you want more of this material, then yeah, join my email list. So that way, when you do sell a new book or if you do a crowdfunding campaign, you have a nice chunk of people who are going to want more stuff from you.
Brian hits it hits the nail on the head right there, man. We could mob up and do awesome things, but nobody trusts anybody.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to find like-minded individuals, and those are hard to come by because it does involve. There's a lot of ego at play, and what happens is everyone wants to be at the forefront. Everyone wants their book, right? Everyone wants to make their book first.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why the image thing almost didn't work out, but it ended up working out because they realized that if it fails, then they pretty much have to go back to Marvel and work, right?
Yeah.
So they had to make it work. But there's a lot of ego at play there. And I've been on a few startups in my time, and everyone wants their damn book to be published first.
Yeah.
And my thing was always like, look, and not only that, but there's also a little bit of financial investment involved too that people don't want to do. They don't want to risk.
The risk, yeah, exactly.
It's the financial risk, and I totally get that, but that's why everyone has to be on the same page. And also, there's going to have to be a lot of ego left at the door, meaning if you are a writer and you have an idea, then you might have to take a back seat because maybe someone else's idea can be a little bit more commercially viable that can help get the collective ahead. What I can think of firsthand is IDW, right? Their first book was 30 Days, 30 Nights.
Mm-hmm.
And that book blew up, and that's what brought IDW to the dance because of that one book.
I have that book actually.
The original print?
Yeah, the original print. I remember buying it at Major Players. I didn't know what the hell it was, and it was the variant cover, the white cover.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't know what the hell it was, and I opened it up. I was like, "Wow, this artwork's like way different than what I've seen before." And I'm just, I'm just gonna take it, and I took it, and then it just went up from there, man. Fucking Steve Niles blew up and shit. So
yeah, it blew up. It pretty much, like I said, it brought IDW to the dance. Mm-hmm. It made IDW a name within the industry. And that's the issue there, is that there's not a lot of people who want to take a back seat and be like, okay, fine, I like your idea better, so let's focus on producing this with the little budget that we put together, that we all pulled in, right? Mm-hmm. And let's hope it works. Let's hope it pays off, because in that way, if it does, then there's a possibility of like, okay, we doubled our money, now we could do 3 books, at the same time, finance 3 books, and so on and so forth. It's the snowball effect, right? You start with a little snowball and you roll it down the hill and you hope it grows as it goes down the hill. But yeah, to Brian's point, that's the hard part, is finding like-minded individuals who are willing to do it. Yeah, and trust too, and also all that risk the financial, burden that could potentially happen if you do join in with 3 or 4 people who want to start something up. And again, that's why crowdfunding is so important, because if you are a very, very good businessman, a good financial man or person, then you could take that money that you raise in crowdfunding and go far with it. And I think say what you will about Eric July, but he took that 3 million. He did something with it. He created something with it, and maybe not the best stories, but he built an infrastructure with it. Because Eric July is a businessman. He's a business savvy man.
See, and in that, when you're saying that, it's difficult to not say like, hey man, like he should recognize his role in his company,
right,
and accept his fate. Kind of like what you're saying, you have to take a back seat sometimes to the more important stuff in order to keep you alive. And for him, that would be, producing the book, publishing the book, getting it out there, distributing. Focus on that rather than focusing on these stories that are going nowhere. And once you're set and done, man, then you can do your vanity projects. Then you can come back and be like, you know what? I have this story. Everything's running smoothly. We're solid. We're good. Let's do this. Let's just throw it out there and see what happens. And I think it would be more appreciated then because maybe you'll grow as a writer. Maybe you'll grow as a creator.
Yeah.
And then you're able to produce that story in a quality way. And man, it's like these are conversations that I'd love to have with these people, like in a room, rather than
right. But
saying it into the future,
But yeah, he's proven time and time again that he's not interested in having conversations with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He pretty much he's set in his ways, and no one's going to change his mind on what he's going to do, and that's fine. That's fine because that's his business. That it's his. He owned. He earned it. He honestly did earn it. It wasn't given to him.
Yeah.
So, kudos to him. But it's the focus is what are you going to do, Ray? What are you going to do, Oli? What am I going to do? Going forward, and starting to wanting to leave a mark and make a splash because back in the day, and I'm sure it's still like that today. You got noticed in the industry when you made your book and it did well.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you got gigs at Marvel or DC, because you made the rounds at the cons. There's buzz at the stores, at the local shops, and now people are like, "Hey, dude, well, damn, this little book here that this guy put together did pretty well. Maybe he could work, bring some of that over here with to us. Or if you want to go down the route of a Dave Sim or a who's the other one, Jeff Smith."
Mm-hmm.
Or Terry Moore, then you just stick with the indie stuff. You stick doing indie, and they've had a long career doing just pure indie.
Yeah,
with the occasional, commission work they did for over the years for the other publishing companies.
Dude, Jeff Smith solidified his fucking status when he was able to get Bone into the Scholastic thing, into the schools.
Yeah,
and that's when it was said and done. Because once you were in there, like that's perpetuate. Like it perpetuates. You just keep going because there's always going to be kids, and you're always going to pick up your book and be like, "What the hell is this?" And there's always going to be new readers if they're exposed to it. That's fucking brilliant on his part.
Yeah,
and that's
why
he's one of the most successful indie publishers out there. So it's something to shoot for as well, because it'd be great. Like like Eric, he was on here a little while ago, and he's told us that he teaches his class and he uses comic books in order to teach his class, and that's beautiful, man. That's exactly what we need to get the younger readers to be interested.
Right. See, but Jeff Smith wrote a story that was accessible to young readers, and most of us don't write stories like that. Cryptidnals is not for young readers, bro.
Pretty much. Maybe some teens, but that's about it. Benjamin.
Yeah, like Ghetto Dragon is not for kids. That's for sure.
Definitely not. It's all violence, sir.
Yeah, exactly. So
do a Kid Cthulhu story for kids.
There you go. Kid Cthulhu and his adventures.
They have those. I've seen those. Not Kid Cthulhu, but Cthulhu stories for kids.
Yeah, Cthulhu. Benjamin Soto says one could create a new publishing banner that each current publisher could be under, like Image had Wildstorm, Top Cow, Awesome Entertainment, but instead of a financial commitment, a marketing one.
Well, yeah, I mean they go hand in hand, Ben. Like you need a financial commitment, because then you have the incentive of like, well, I can't fail because I put in some money into this thing.
Yeah.
Now you want to work. Now you want to work to get that money back and some, so that way you can make a living doing it. But yeah, they go hand in hand. I mean, marketing, the commitment for marketing is time. How much time are you going to put in to promote? Not just your book, but maybe your partner's book. Your business partner who also has a book under the banner. the same banner. But yeah, again, it's just one of those things where at this point it could go one or two ways. One is you go down the individual route, you just do it all by yourself, or you team up with some people and you actually get some things happening. Like another example too is the what's the name, Iconic Comics.
Yeah,
they got together and now they're doing well for each other, for Common America.
and is that where you saw that image, that it was in Japan, that they had like a section in a Japanese bookstore or something like that?
Yeah, we're coming.
Yeah.
Coming to America.
Yeah.
See, that's fucking brilliant too, man. Like that's getting
Well,
out.
yeah, because the book has the anime. I mean, not the anime, the manga look. So it's a fit. It's a perfect fit. But the question, I guess my main thing is what will American comics look like going forward? Because in the 80s, it reached a certain level of quality in terms of pushing the boundaries of the medium.
Mhm.
So Frank Miller was a prime example of a true American comic book creator who pushed the boundaries of the medium with his Daredevil run, and then of course with the Dark Knight Returns.
Mhm.
And then of course Watchmen, but those were British creators, but they were heavily influenced by American comic book creators like Jack Kirby and Roy Thomas, Stan Lee, Steve Ditko. You know, they grew up reading those books, so they took that and made it contemporary, and they pushed the boundaries of the medium. So, and now it's become a little bit watered down. You know, when I pick up a Marvel book or a DC book,
Mhm.
it's not. There's nothing. I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Dynamic about it. There's nothing alluring about it like it was back in the 90s, when almost every book was alluring because the artwork was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
You had to pick up the book. You had to, because the artwork was just so amazing. And now the artwork is good, but it's not amazing though, with a few exceptions, right? Like the Lobo one shot. I thought the Lobo one shot was a nice, like, okay, there you go. That's something that the artwork looks amazing. I have to pick up this book.
Yeah.
Rich Ayala, like if I saw Rich Ayala's artwork on the stand, at the comic shop, I would pick up his stuff, because like, dude, this is what I'm talking about. This is what comic book art should be like, out of this world, a little over exaggerated, out there, something that doesn't look realistic. And that's why I feel like most artwork in today's modern DC and Marvel stuff is it's like too clean. I guess is the best way I could describe it. It's like I said, it's great, it's high quality, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just too clean. It's too vanilla, I guess.
Polished.
There you go.
Yeah, it's too polished, exactly.
Brian says Vinny Tartamella will tell you that the most bloodthirsty, most cutthroat, most ruthless sector in publishing is children's books.
Oh, I don't doubt it, dude.
You know,
I don't doubt it at all.
you know who I blame for that style, or the realistic
What?
style of Marvel Comics? The Ultimates, no?
Yeah, the Brian Hitch stuff.
Yeah,
Brian Hitch, yeah.
That's where it started, dude. Like, they have to be super real.
Yeah,
And the other
but
guy
see, with Brian Hitch, his stuff was unique at the time.
See,
But now, you're right. Now it's everywhere. Now it's like, oh, okay, cool.
And the other guy who did Civil War and Old Man
Oh,
Steve McNiven.
There you go.
I like his artwork. Don't get me wrong, but Marvel just went in that direction. No,
And not just Marvel. I think the whole industry did.
Hey,
I even see it with Image, the same.
Yeah.
And again, it's great, but it's like I kind of miss, I kind of miss the Dale Keowns.
Yeah.
I kind of miss who was the one who just recently passed away? Was it Alan Davis?
Did Alan Davis pass away?
No, it was some he
Shit, no, not Alan Davis.
No, not Alan Davis. It was somebody from like a year or two ago that passed away. Well, anyways, but Alan Davis is another example. What's his name? The guy who did gosh, he died a few years ago too. He like didn't draw for a lot of years because he like drew really slow.
Oh shit!
What's his name?
Not Travis Sharris.
No, not Travis Sharris.
Cassidy passed away.
No, not John Cassidy.
No,
His style is kind of like the same style that we're talking about with the C.D. McNiffins and stuff like that. No, what's his face? Oh gosh, it's the tip of my tongue too. I can see his artwork in my mind.
but Pacheco.
No, not Pacheco. Oh gosh, I can't. His name escapes me. Maybe it'll come to me soon. But yeah, I kind of miss that over exaggerated style of art that we used to have back in the 90s because that's what made comic books unique. That's what made it. Yeah, it's what made it special. It's what made it different from everything else. And on top of that, the writers back then were a lot more imaginative.
Oh yeah,
they were a lot more like, well, why not? Why can't we do that? It's a comic book. Like, what we could do it. Let's do it. You know, and now it's like now they want Netflix pitches.
Yeah.
And now they're writing stories where, well, maybe if it becomes a TV show, it won't be that expensive to make.
Dude, I feel like half the stuff that comes out of Image is that.
It's exactly that.
Trying to pitch for that, and it's a disservice to what Image stands for. It's supposed to be like independent publishers of comics, not independent publishers of fucking a proof of concept story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's where we lost. I think that's where we lost a lot of readership. Is because it became like that. Oh, Body Bags. He was the artist for Body Bags.
Oh, Jason Pearson.
Yeah. Who?
Jason Pearson.
Yeah, Jason Pearson, dude. Yeah, like that's the kind of artwork I wish there was more of in the mainstream. There's a guy I follow on Twitter. He kind of has the same style too. Oh gosh, I'm like totally brain farting now.
I mean, we need more Nick Kleins. We need more fucking
like the artist. The artist I know. Zai Comix was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here or not, but the artist who draws his book for Lost Pages it reminds me of that. Like that's the kind of when I saw Lost Pages, when I read Lost Pages, I was like, yeah, this is the kind of artwork I wish we had more of. This is what's missing in the comic.
Daniel Warren Johnson's.
There you go.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Transformers and everything.
The guy who draws Ultra Mega, that guy also rocks. Forget his name. But there's a lot of people. The guy who drew the Godzilla books also.
Oh shit, that's right.
War for Humanity.
Yes,
that guy rocks also.
Oh, what's his name? Oh gosh,
I forgot.
I know who you're talking about. He did Orc Stain too, right?
There is a lot of artists, but they don't. But publishers, man, editors, they don't push them forward, man.
They don't push them. They don't hire them. They don't give them a chance to shine a bit. And that's kind of like the music industry. You know, the music industry has, you know how everyone always says like, what happened to the old hip hop? What happened to the old rock music? Remember how everyone says that whenever like they see anything new? And that is because the music industry doesn't hire, they don't sign those people anymore.
No, yeah, the music industry is all plants. It's all fabricated. It's all.
Did you hear that bullshit that Beyonce won Best Country Album?
What?
What in the hell is that, man? Like, how is that even possible?
I don't care. I don't give a fuck about that anymore.
Del Flyer Momentum. Hey crew, what's up, Del Flyer? Good to see you.
Flyer.
What's up? But yeah, I think that's another factor to add on to the conversation we're having about the current state of the industry and also the distribution of comic books. Indie creators like me and you, Ray and Oli, like we're gonna have to keep an eye out for those kind of artists and hopefully convince them to draw some of our stories and get people get that buzz back and go, dude, did you guys check out this book written by Ray Ramos, or did you guys check out this book written by Julius Freeman with this crazy artist who's like killing it? That's what we're gonna have to start doing, is finding those artists who are starting out, who are hungry, who are ambitious, and who have that influence that influenced us to want to produce comic books. But they're drawing, though, they're artists, they're skilled artists. And snatch them up, dude. Snatch them up and do unfortunately we can't afford to do 12-issue, 24-issue runs. Why not a one shot? Why not a 2-issue or 3-issue, story? Something short, something sweet, something where you could it's within our grasp in terms of financial production, and then get it out there and just get your name out there as much as you can. Maybe not do a lot of books, but at least create a buzz with this artist you discovered in either locally or online or wherever. That's going to be the key for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mira, what I found out right now.
What'd you find? What'd you find?
They're using Marvel Rivals to advertise comic books.
Dude, Marvel Rivals is like the hottest thing right now, man. Like, everybody's into it, and it's a brilliant idea. Yeah, exactly. Use it. But Marvel should have done that, not like the mom and pop stores.
Oh my god, Marvel's out of it, dude. They're not.
Well, they don't care because they're like I said, they have Disney money. They can always dip into the Disney money.
This is the model used by the Japanese, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that picture I showed you where they showed the Akira stuff?
That's cool.
Yeah,
they have the Akira like posters and panels and all that. Yeah, this is the same.
And also, guys, don't forget that a lot of executives who work at Marvel, a lot of writers who work at Marvel and DC, they don't want their books in shops anymore. They don't want to work with comic shops anymore.
I mean, what was that discussion that they think it's beneath them to be?
Yeah, they think it's they actually believe that it's just the comic vendors are a bunch of overweight, lazy, pig-headed owners that don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's that elitist mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I went to NYU and I think my books belong at the Barnes & Noble.
Mine should be a New York bestseller.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be in the New York Times bestseller.
New York Times.
So you know what? Honestly, bro, I think the reason why the pros haven't come out saying to try to help out is because they want it to burn.
Yeah,
they probably want it to burn down.
Simón, exacto, güey.
That's what
I want my LCS to be replaced by a Barnes & Noble chain.
And even that's tentative, man, because like I said, fucking.
But wait, but it's they don't even care, honestly, because they don't even promote their shit.
Yeah.
They don't. No.
You think they're gonna promote when they send Barnes and Noble? Wait, no, it matters. They're gonna wait until the.
No, I think they will promote when they get in Barnes and Noble, because then that way they could be. There's something to be proud of. My book is at Barnes and Noble, where anyone can get it, not the nerds that go to the comic shop.
Not the people who actually buys comics.
I'm just, it's just again, it's just one of those sad realities that us indie types are going to have to realize, and we're going to have to face that reality. Is that a lot of pros right now don't want their books in shops? We're
facing that reality right now. It's already happening.
I know. That's why I think that having this discussion, hopefully, whoever is watching now or is going to watch the replay, and you're an indie creator, I mean, you could try to make it to Marvel and DC, but you're going to have to be a certain kind of way if you want to make it there. Yep. And if you're not a certain kind of way that they're looking for, they're never going to hire you. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter how many books you sell. That's the reality.
I agree with you on that one.
So I say just do your own thing. Do your own thing, and then if it ends up being where it's a lot more financially stable to do your own thing, then I say stick with it. Stick with it. And reaching Marvel and DC no longer has any weight like it did back in the 90s.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no way. Yeah,
No, it's done. It's over. Because Marvel and DC only want novelists who have had a successful novel, screenwriters, people, Hollywood people. Those are the people they want to work for them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want homegrown comic book creators anymore. They made that very apparent. Like clearly, like you got to be blind to not see that.
You got to cut your teeth elsewhere before you come work for Marvel or DC.
Yeah. So if you're a screenwriter who got published and made a movie, they're gonna hire you. They'll hire you, no problem. But if you're someone like me or Ray who's been doing this for forever, no.
That's
Who
all
are
right.
you? Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you may know how to put a team together and work with the artist and the colorist and the letterer. Sure, you may know how to write, the comic book script and not only that, but write it on time and know
Deliver.
what you're doing and know how to structure a story. But no, we don't want you.
That's the sad reality, sir.
Yeah, you never made it on TV. You never made it in movies, so you're nobody. So I say the Renaissance is here. It's just a matter of how much work you put into it as an individual.
And that's a good way of looking at it too, man, because most people are naysayers. If you go online, if you go on YouTube, on X, whatever, everyone's it's the end, se acabó, fucking comics are dead. But if you look at it through those eyes, it's a renaissance. You have to think out of the box. You got to figure shit out. That, I think, is more rewarding in the end if you're successful, once you're successful.
Yeah, what's more rewarding is when you open up your email list and you have like over 300 people signed up to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where you find success.
That's
and then you push it until you get either like a good amount, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever. You push until you get a high number where whenever you release a book and you send out the email blast to the people or sign up to your list, you're gonna make a nice chunk of change.
Exactly. And speaking of which, it's time to pay the bills. So guys, we have gone live as far as our online shop. So you can find us on Big Cartel 656 Comics on Big Cartel. Where is it? 656comics.bigcartel.com or something like that.
Let me put the link on.
Yeah, put the link up so you can find our
There you go.
Our wares that we're selling right now. We got issue 1 of the Cryptidnals, the Raymond Gay variant cover that is so hard to find. We got a few issues of that left. So get on there and get that book. Pick it up if you're able to. We got Border Mayhem All-Stars in Spanish. This was the book that was
in Espanol.
The sleeper hit of last year. Border Mayhem All-Stars featuring almost all of the characters of 656 Comics. Dead Stop Tour of Terror. You can still pick up that book. It was on crowdfunding like a year and a half ago, but now it's back. Dead Stop Tour of Terror. So get on it. And of course, we got what else we got in there?
We got the 6x6 pack, guys.
The 6x6 pack. And guys, if you guys buy something, I'm giving it another week. If you guys buy something, I'm going to throw in some extra goodies for free. I did that for the last orders. Eric, you're going to be getting some cool stuff. And Izzy, he ordered some stuff. He got some really cool stuff too. We got some stickers, some Cryptidnal stickers. I still got a few pins left. Very ultra rare pins of the Cryptidnals that came out. And there was like maybe 2 or 3 left at the most. So if you guys go pick something up, we'll ship it off to you as quick as possible, and you'll get some free goodies as well. Keep coming back to 6x6 Comics online shop. We're gonna have a revolving door of product. As soon as something finishes, we're gonna replace it with something else. So quantities are limited.
We're on the free version of Big Cartel, so it's only five products only available.
Exactly. But nonetheless, quantities are limited, man. Like we have a few of these left, so get on it before they're gone. Especially the Raymond Gay cover, the Cryptidnals Raymond Gay cover. That's ultra rare because it was produced only for the comic book show that we went to in August of last year.
We only did 75 copies.
Mm-hmm. So. We only did 75 copies, so get on it if you get a chance, of course, and visit us on all of the social media sites, all the platforms for more information on 616 Comics. We are still going strong. We're not going anywhere. And we're here to do comics. We have our passion for it is to create comic books. So,
Diamond does not affect us. So
Diamond does not affect us. It never has affected us. We were here before. We'll still be here after. So,
exacto.
very,
The tariff might fuck us up a bit. But
the tariffs. Oh, don't get me started on the tariffs. Look, it's man. Este baboso. Anyway, ¿qué más? ¿Qué más hablamos?
I'm trying to find that picture of the manga shop that has the
Welcome to the manga shop.
welcome to the manga shop that has the Akira drawings and shit. Because yeah, dude, I think that's how you're gonna promote shit. No, hey man, you like the game, buy the comic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's Marvel's job, right? But
It should be Marvel's job.
I guess it's the shop owners, the artists now.
That sucks, man.
Backwards, but ni modo.
That really sucks. I was looking at when I was at Hot Topic. I was looking at the shirts that they have, like the Marvel shirts, and it's a lot of X-Men stuff. Maybe because X-Men '97 came out, but it's a lot of artwork from the '90s, dude. It's like there was Art Adams up there. There was
that's
Jim Lee stuff, and
that's the X-Men that made the most impact, dude.
yeah, pretty much, man. And that's the thing. Like there's like we were talking about earlier. There's no artists right now that are captivating. There's very few and far between that are captivating the readers' imaginations, like the artists that were in the '90s, the ones that started Image, the ones that were at all these other publishing houses as well. Nothing's coming up that makes it pop. That you want to be like, I need that. I don't know what it is, but I want it because it just looks cool.
Yeah,
and, that's the sad part, man. Because I don't know which was the last artist that really like got out there, like super rocketed to the top. Everybody wanted his art. It didn't matter what it was or her art.
I think it was Daniel Warren Johnson.
Timon, that's the guy right now, dude.
He's a guy.
Yeah,
right
like
now.
I think that wrestling comic he did.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that one. It was the one before that.
The murder
the Murder Falcon.
Yeah. That one. That one was the one that brought him like the attention. And then, of course,
James Herron, dude, is the other artist.
Oh yeah, James Herron's the other one. Yeah,
from Ultra Mega. Yeah, that guy rocks.
I was looking at the Extremity book today, and I was looking at also the wrestling one. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah,
do a power bomb.
Yeah, do a power bomb. That stuff is great, man. I wasn't like really interested in the whole wrestling aspect of it, but the artwork moves and it looks good and it's really pretty. So I was like, oh, this is really cool, But yeah, I guess that's the hot guy right now, right? That's the one that everyone's following and stuff.
Well, I think it's got to be a combination of things. Meaning, it's got to be not just great art, but if you don't have the sequential fundamentals down, then it won't work.
What's up?
It won't be. It won't be as effective if you don't have that fundamental understanding of what sequential storytelling is supposed to be.
Daniel Warren Johnson has the talent to do both.
He has all of it.
Right?
He has all of it.
Fucking create the book itself. Yeah, exactly. And so that's like counting for a lot right there, man. Because he doesn't need a team. He just needs himself to crank out the pages. So beautiful right there.
Oh, and you know who else too? But I don't know why he hasn't been doing more. Maybe he draws slow. Andrew Cranky.
Yes. Who's
that?
He did a short 3-issue story for Image last year. It was a sleeper hit. I forgot the name of it. I forgot the name of the book. Like I said, I have brain fart, so I can't remember the book.
I'm trying.
But his name's Andrew Cranky, or Cranky, or Crank. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Okay.
But he did like a Conan-esque book. It's not Conan, but when his artwork is also there for me, like it's like, yeah, this guy here can definitely, do some cool stuff if he keeps going with it. And then also the artist for Rome Eternal is good too, but he falls in that category of like the realistic art. That's still great, but it falls to that category, you know.
Have you been picking up the Rome Eternal?
My LCS didn't pick up the second issue, so I have not picked it up yet.
I got to the Ultimate Wolverine issue, the number 1. It's very, very interesting, man. Like what they did, they just merged Logan with Winter Soldier, and it works, and it's really cool, man. I really like it. And the costume design, Liefeld was all complaining about how he designed the costume years ago when he was drawing Avengers, and I actually have that issue. I went back and I looked at that issue, and it's similar. It's similar, but it's not the same thing because when he was doing Avengers, he had Hawkeye dressed up, looking kind of like Wolverine, with the mask, the way that he has.
Oh yeah, that one sucked.
Yeah,
I didn't like it. That Hawkeye was dumb.
That Hawkeye was kind of like what? But it's not bad, man. The first issue, like he comes out swinging, dude. He kills a few X-Men. I was like, holy crap, what the hell? It's a 12-issue series, so let's see what they do with it. But I'm digging it so far.
It's a maxi series then?
Yeah, it's a 12-issue series introducing him into the new Ultimate Universe. So very cool. And then when is the new Batman come out? Is that this month?
Yeah, it should be this month.
Issue 4?
Yeah.
You gotta take a look at that and find it because it's kind of slipping a little, man. That last issue kind of like,
Yeah. Kyle did review it on the show, and he did say the same thing. He was kind of like, "Oh, wait a minute, what's going on here?" So we'll see. Again, you know, as we talked about, the stories some of these writers are writing are not they're not landing. They're not landing properly, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the human element is missing from it. Because I was looking at my old issues, and like for instance, I was reading the old Captain America that Mark Grunwald wrote, and you know, Mark Grunwald was such a very balanced writer, and what I mean by that, I mean like he wrote for both young people and adults.
Yes,
it's like that.
I heard about that one.
The what?
Metal Movies is talking
Kyle
about
Holtz. Yeah, Kyle Holtz, dude. Whew. Talk about untouchable. That Lobo one shot was phenomenal in terms of art wise.
Dude, Kyle Holtz has been blasting it out away since The Hood, man. When he was drawing The Hood, even before that, when he was drawing for Image, he was drawing for Top Cow. What was the name of that freaking book, man? Oh, I don't remember right now. But he was drawing for Top Cow, and then he went over to Marvel, started drawing the Hood limited series. But he's been solid ever since then, man. That guy's badass.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But you were saying, I'm sorry. So you were saying,
I forgot.
The Batman, no, okay, he's too.
Oh yeah. That Mark Grunwald and how he wrote for both young kids and adults because his stories were written in a way where both can enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another talent that a lot of writers today are missing, is that kind of like fine line between, you know, hey, the kids can enjoy this, but also adults can enjoy it too, even though there's no like, you know, heads being chopped off and you see like the blood everywhere. It's very PG, but still entertaining enough and compelling enough to make you want to read the next issue.
That's what's lacking, man. The comeback, right? People don't want to come back. Like you don't know. It's formulaic, of course. You got to figure it out in order to make people come back. Always get them satisfied with the one issue, but always leave them wanting more at the end.
Yeah, get them. The whole point of the art of a great floppy comic book is you're supposed to get the reader pissed off at you at the end because you're going to make them wait a month to get for the next one.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know?
Zub is killing it on Comic. Yes, he is, dude. I've been wanting to pick up those issues, man.
Dude, Kyle always makes fun of me because I started to pick up the Jim Zub Conans, but I stopped after like the 4th issue. because of price, price point.
Mm.
I had to drop something, right? And he told me, dude, you made the biggest mistake in your life when you dropped Conan because it's amazing. The Conan book is the only book that I actually look forward to and I get excited when I buy the book and read it. So I was like, well, I'm not surprised. It's Jim Zub. I mean, Skull Kickers was one of my favorite comic books. That very underrated comic book, by the way. Did you guys ever read that one, Skull Kickers?
Yes, I read. I think a few issues of that, and that's
Oh,
when we like first started.
great, dude.
It
Yeah,
was cool, man.
fantastic series.
It was awesome.
Fantastic. Yeah. I think he's doing a crowdfunding for that book, Zoop,
Really.
on Zoop. Yeah. I
Yeah, I
think he's doing
remember.
the whole like collection in one book.
Zub has a very special place in my heart because when I was getting ready to submit the pitch to Alterna for the Cryptidnals, I reached out to him because he still had his blog page, and I reached out to him through his blog and asked him a few questions about the pitch and everything, and he steered me in the right direction. And he's like, "Man, I can't guarantee you're gonna get in, but this is what worked for me." And like he outlined everything that he did, and I pretty much copy pasted the pitch the way that he wrote it out, and I wrote it out the same way for the Cryptidnals, and that's the style, or rather the template I've been using for pitches since then, and it works, man. I think it works because it makes it interesting. It makes you want to know more about the book that you're pitching. So yeah, he has a very special place in my heart. Jim Zub is a fucking badass, man. I don't care what he's doing, just pick up what he's doing because he knows his comics, man. He knows his comics.
Yeah. When I found out that he was gonna write Conan, I was like, oh yeah, perfect. That's a perfect fit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do no wrong with that.
Pretty much, man. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más, Oli?
Now we're just here, man. Just here listening to you guys.
We're just here.
We're just
Yeah. I think we pretty much covered it.
Yeah, we're still chasing comics like the fucking the clickbait states. We're still chasing the dream. We're still chasing the passion. So just continue with us, man. 6x6 will not steer you wrong. We are here to stay. We're going to be doing books in some way, shape, or form, no matter what. So you just have to adapt and survive. That's what we got to do. And that's what everyone should be looking into right now. How to adapt to a changing landscape. Because comics are changing drastically. Like, tomorrow something else might happen. Someone else might do something stupid, or Diamond might be like, okay, we're done. Ya se acabó, or who knows. But just keep in mind that we have the passion to continue no matter what, and we will, because that's what we want to do. So, and I think I speak for Julius as well. Julius isn't going anywhere. So stick with us. Stick with 6x6 Comics. Stick with Julius Freeman for Lucid Comics. And we will steer you in the right direction. If you like indie books, if you like good story, if you like great storytelling and art, the best is yet to come because we got more stuff coming up down the pipe. So get ready for that, man.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Chico.
Exacto.
¿Qué más? ¿Qué más?
You want to call it a night, or?
Let's call it a night so that we can go back and start writing these damn books.
All right. Exactly.
But yeah, follow us on all the social medias, guys. We're still there. Unfortunately, I'm still on X. Just being a mamon or whatever. But I'm toning it down because we got to get back to work. We got to get these books out. And follow me there. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me everywhere. And of course, follow 6x6 Comics. Please, 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 on all the social media. 6x6 Comics, just like it sounds. And Julius, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on X as well. The Lucid Comic PR. What was that say? Julius channel. Oh, thank you, some person.
Nice.
Yeah, you can find me on X, a Lucid Comic, and on Instagram on a Lucid PRD, and on YouTube. I finally changed my name to a Lucid Comic on YouTube. I was able to finally change my handle on YouTube. But yeah, some person's adding the. There you go. Yeah, Lucid Comic. There you go. Where every Friday, Kyle and I try to discuss the latest topics involving pop culture or comic books, and we have some pretty good conversations and insights as to what we think the industry should go and all that. So we're still figuring out more content, like ideas for more content to hopefully monetize the channel this year. So we'll see how that's going to work out when we start doing that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, follow me there and for the latest updates regarding any projects or fulfillment or any questions of that matter. This week, I'm going to finally be able to send out all the international books that were backed by international backers for Vigilant Fury.
Nice.
I'm going to send them all at once.
I had a question. I don't think we covered it, but when you had open lines, how did it go, man? Like, what were people asking you?
It went well. Like Reset Protocol, like I said, Kyle didn't recommend it last show. But you know, Ben was on, Freddie was on there, I think, but I think he was there for Vigilant Fury. It went well. I mean, they pretty much pointed out the things that I could have done a little better, which were actually legit. Kyle was the one who actually gave me the best questions, I would say.
He gave you the most shit.
Yeah, if you watch the replay, dude, you'll see just how well thought out his questions were regarding why I chose a certain way to write a scene, why I decided to do it this way instead of the other way. Which is great. This is what we want, right? We want actual constructive feedback from people who, like Kyle, who's just a reader, he's just a consumer of books. So it's great to have that alongside, you know, as a co-host, as well as someone a young person too, who's you know available to me to pick their mind and pick their brain and find out what is that the people his generation are looking for when it comes to stories and when it comes to being entertained. And thankfully for him, or for us, I should say, is that there's still a lot of people out there who want to be entertained. They're looking for compelling stories. It's just that they're not around.
Yeah.
You know, they're not around as much as they were back in the 90s. Because I saw this, someone posted on Twitter, I think earlier this week, they posted the list of movies that came out in 93 in the same week. And it was like 7 movies, dude, that are now considered classics.
Oh shit.
And I forget the names of the movies, but I was like, oh yeah, all these fucking movies are classics now. Like classics meaning like you could watch it today and still be like, oh, this is a great movie. And we don't have that no more. They're gone. They're gone. And the same thing with comics. You know, I remember I used to leave the comic shop with 20 books at a time because they were all good. They were all must-read books. And those days are gone because no one knows how to write must-read stories.
It's all disposable media, sir. It doesn't matter anymore.
Which is fine. But at least we read them.
Yeah.
We read them and enjoyed them.
Dude, I picked up the X-23 book. I got the J. Scott Campbell cover, and man, the artist. I'm sorry, I don't know what their name is. I think it's a her. I don't know what her name is.
Arca.
It just was not up to Marvel par, dude. Like I don't know what's going on with that, and I've noticed that a lot about the books. Like a lot of the Marvel books, man, like they're just like whatever books now. They're relying everything, like we were saying before, like on the cover to sell the book for the collectors or whatever. But the inside is just, I don't want to say it. But.
Como dijo, what did Rob say? People are collecting pictures now. They're not actually buying books, collecting books.
Yeah,
they're collecting pictures now. That's all they're doing. It's like trading cards and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care what's on the inside, and then Marvel realizes that, so they're getting whatever filler artists to launch these books, and these artists are going in there with probably the idea like, holy shit, this is it, this is the big break I've been waiting for. I'm doing a number 1, and papas, man, it just does not work out, and that sucks, dude. That really, really does suck, because before number 1s were event books, they were like, yeah, because the artist team and blah blah blah. And now
they gamed the system, Marvel, with the number 1s, because they would let's cancel it because we're not selling. Let's relaunch it.
Let's relaunch it and make a bunch of money.
With new creators or new covers and number 1.
Like none of the Marvel books are continuations of of anything. Huh? Everything's been relaunched, all of them.
Hey.
That's really sad, man. Like, what the fuck, man? Once again, Marvel dropping the ball.
Well, but once again, I remind you that's up to us. It's going to be up to indie creators to step up your game, and show them up.
Learn from their mistakes, indie creators.
Yeah.
Do it right the first time.
Exacto.
So,
Exacto.
On that note, we'll get out of here, and we will see you very, very soon. Like I said, follow us on all social medias. Metal says, gotta keep making the comics you want. It's niche, but there is still an audience. Very true, sir. True. So yeah, just keep making the comics, and people will flock to you, the ones that really want them. And we will be here for that. So thank you guys for joining us again on Domingazos, and we shall see you next time. Excelsior, everyone. Say good night.
Good show, man. Hasta mañana. Hasta luego.